Hello and welcome. I am Annette Reeder from thebiblicalnutritionist.com, and today it's how to make a healthy grilled romaine chicken Caesar salad. Now this is just a series of 3 that I put together just to give you little tidbits, little bite-sized pieces of how to do this recipe, and yet learn some incredible teaching on how to cook healthy. So this is going to be fun. We're just going to put this all together in this video. Perhaps you've already caught the video on the health benefits of romaine and the grilled romaine lettuce, how to do that. And maybe you've already caught the recipe on how to make your own healthy, natural Caesar salad dressing mix. Well, today we're just going to go ahead and put all of that together and make a delicious salad. And today I'm going to share with you a series of videos, and it's all about Caesar salad. The first one I'm going to share with you today is how to make a natural, a healthy Caesar salad dressing mix. So many times we don't realize when we're buying a dressing in the store that's already pre-made, it has a lot of fillers, it has a lot of preservatives, and not everything in a food product has to be on the label. Nor do you have to be told what was used in making that food product that might be pretty catastrophic to your health. Anytime we can take charge of our own health and make our own food from, I would say, a limited number of ingredients, but today we're going to use 6 ingredients. That's not a limited number, but yet we know more about the quality of the ingredients than we do when we buy a dressing in the bottle. Before we get started and you hit the like, subscribe, and the bell, I just want to remind you that we have a platform, we have an academy called Biblical Nutrition Academy, where you can go and learn for yourself at your own pace God's recipe for excellent health. We have many courses there to teach you about praying and fasting and eating. So I hope you check that out. Okay, now let's get started. This is just a simple recipe. I actually have it from my Healthy Treasures cookbook, which you can see right there behind me. And it's just quick and fast. And that's what I like. And that's what I want you to recognize. When you're making your own dressings, it's not a lot of work. And typically there are ingredients you already have on hand, or you should have on hand all the time. So many times the recipe will call for a mayonnaise. I'm using 1 cup of a Greek organic yogurt. I like Greek because it's thicker and it's going to give us that consistency we're looking for. We also want the 1/2 a lemon. It's freshly squeezed, so I've already done that, and that's just going to kind of give it that acidic flavor that we're looking for. 3 tablespoons of olive oil. We have 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, and you can find this in organic very simply. Then I already have mixed in here my freshly cracked black pepper. That is just a more vibrant flavor than this pepper that's been sitting in a shaker sometimes for years. And then I have my salt, and I have 2 cloves of garlic minced. Now, how much salt and pepper? You know, pretty much it's to taste. So for us, it's about maybe 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of each. And then I have 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce. Now, Worcestershire sauce has anchovies in it. Many people don't realize that, or people who don't like fish would say, well, I'm never going to eat that again. But yet they love their steak with Worcestershire sauce on it. Yet, so you could just use an anchovy paste, or you can use the Worcestershire sauce. And then we're going to go ahead and blend it up in this immersion blender. I call it the immersion blender, but if you buy the right immersion blender, you're going to get this food processor with it. And you know on my videos, I use this machine all the time. Now that was probably a little longer than it needed. We still have a little olive oil I need to mix in a little bit better. Let me scrape down the sides. And literally, this is all you do to make your own fresh dressing. Never buy store-bought dressings again. All right, let me get this lid on. There we go. Boy, is this smelling good. All right, there we go. So we have our rich, creamy dressing. So here you can see how creamy that is. Okay, that's just gorgeous. Once you have brought that grilled romaine lettuce into the house, you have warm lettuce. Now there was, when I was growing up, my mom used to always make a warm salad. It was delicious, but then that kind of went out of style. You know how things do. So I'm just going to cut the tops off a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and just chop up this romaine. And yes, it is kind of wilted because it is warm. And when you marinate it well with some olive oil and some salt and pepper, it just really brings out a flavor out of the romaine lettuce that you're like, wow, I didn't know it had that flavor. Yes, so here we have our romaine lettuce chopped up. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some grilled chicken. Remember, when you're learning how to cook biblically and healthy, and by the 3 principles. So the 3 principles, if you're new to our channel, are number 1, eat the foods that God called food for us to eat. And there's many scriptures about that. I have several videos too. Number 2 is eat the food as close to the way God designed it. So when it comes to chicken, I'm looking for a farmer that I can ask questions. How did you raise the chicken? What did you feed the chicken with? What did you supplement their diet with besides foraging out in the grass and field? And I'm looking for a farmer who's supplementing their diet with a non-GMO feed. And so we have several farmers like that in our area. So I pretty much get to choose who I want to buy from. So my chicken needs to come from a farmer like that. Now, if you say, Annette, there's none of those people around, I'm going to say, wait a minute, pause, and just pray about it and just ask the Lord to show you, because I have a feeling it's such a growing market that there are. You just didn't notice it before. So pray about it and let God introduce you to some farmers. Or as you start teaching this in your own church, some people are going to want to start raising chickens. And that's been a very common experience in our area. All right, so I just got some chicken, just layer it on my salad, and then I'm going to add some croutons. If you watched my video where I teach you which is better, the Vitamix or the mock meal for making bread, I made 3 loaves of bread. One of them was not very good. So I took that loaf of bread, I never waste bread, and I turned it into croutons. So here's some quick tips on how to make croutons. Okay, and then now we're going to go ahead and add my croutons. When I have my own croutons, and I'm not buying croutons in the store, because remember, I do not want you buying bread at the store or eating it in the restaurant unless you made it. So how can you make it and have it in the restaurant? You just take it in your purse, take a slice of bread in your purse for the extra fiber. Okay, so these are my croutons. I have made croutons flavored with, just butter and garlic and a little bit of salt. Or I've even done the butter. You could do olive oil, but it just tastes weird. I've got videos on how to make your own croutons and then also how to grill. This is actually our grilled romaine lettuce. And then we're just going to drizzle this on. And it didn't drizzle exactly beautifully like I wanted it to. It did more of the blobs, but that's okay. It's going to mix up and taste delicious. With what's left over, I'm going to go ahead and add it to this dressing bottle. When you buy dressings in the store in the glass bottles, be sure and save those bottles so that you can use it to store your new dressings that you're making by hand. And many times, sometimes I will buy a dressing bottle if it's on sale, if I love the look of the bottle, so that I can use it for my own dressing mixes. So $2 or $3 for a pretty bottle, yes, that's worth it. And as you can see, my dressing is still a little bit thick. I could thin it down with some olive oil if I wanted it to drizzle nice and pretty, especially for videos. Well, there we have our grilled romaine chicken Caesar salad and the fresh dressing. So you can see how you can control every element of your dinner table. And when I serve food like this to my family and I know where almost everything came from, I just get this sense of confidence. Confidence in knowing that, wow, I know how to cook healthy for my family. Confidence in knowing I'm feeding them the very best quality. And confidence in understanding how much God loves me, because He is the supplier of all my needs. He's my Rapha healer. He's my Jehovah Jireh. He's my all provider. And if you don't know him yet, then email me and let's get connected. I want to introduce you to him. Okay, so I am Annette Reeder from thebiblicalnutritionist.com, and here is our grilled romaine chicken Caesar salad, made as healthy as we can do it, and now we can enjoy it. Thanks for watching, but before you leave, be sure and hit like, subscribe, and share this with your friends, your family, your church friends, your family at church. We all need to understand how much God designed our body, what foods are going to feed it well, and how we can be strong and courageous in this day ahead. Thanks again for watching.